Yesterday, the Recoil case came out, and today we're going to be checking out every skin in game and giving them all a review. So let's jump into it. By the way, don't forget to like the video and subscribe with the bell icon rung. All right, here we go. So on the laggiest server in CSGO history, we checked out the Galil-AR DESTROYER. Overall, I think they were trying to go for a clean design that kind of looks unique, but overall the color scheme just doesn't really do it justice. Then again, it is a mil-spec Galil, so what do you really expect? So I'll give it a 4 out of 10. Next up, we have the Negev Drop Me, which in my opinion has kind of an ugly color scheme. I honestly think this skin was inspired by Mad Max, but to be honest, the colors don't really look that great, so I'll give it a 2 out of 10. Next up, we have the Mac 10 Monkey Flange. And again, it has some pretty ugly colors, but this one actually has a little bit of red to kind of mix things up a little bit. And one of the coolest things about it is when you reload, there's actually a red monkey on the inside of the magazine. Very nice. I'll give it a 4 out of 10. Next up, we have the UMP Roadblock. And I've got to say that this is probably my favorite blue in the entire case. Of course, on the surface, it looks very simple. Obviously, it's basically just a default UMP with like this little stripe thing in the middle, but it's what it does that makes it so amazing. It literally has a holographic effect. So when you're running around, it is literally animated, which looks absolutely amazing. And then if you want to throw a couple of Fnatic stickers or whatever on top, you know, a couple more holo stickers, it'll look even better. So just because it's such a unique skin, I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. Next up is the MEOW 36 Famas. And fun fact, it was actually named after somebody on YouTube called MEOW 36, who's had the name for 7 years. So massive props to Valve for doing this. However, though, the skin doesn't look that great. It kind of has some ugly colors, ugly shades, and there's the number 36, and that's about it. So we're going to give it a 3.6 out of 10. And now we have the M4A4 Polymag, which really reminds me of the M4 Desert Strike. Like, it basically has the same colors, but it also has an X-rated magazine, so it actually is an upgrade. But it's still an M4A4, so I'm going to give it a 4 out of 10. And we saved the best for last for the blues with the Glock-18 WINTERIZED. It's essentially a really clean Glock with that really cool blue and white kind of camo pattern right there on the bottom, and then the rest of it is fairly clean. But I think it looks great, so I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10. And starting off with the purples, we have the M249 Downtown, which in my opinion is the best M249 to ever come out. I mean, no one ever uses it, but it has some really sick graffiti artwork. And of course, it has the exact same color palette as the Neon Rider, which definitely gives it some extra points. So overall, I think this skin deserves a 7 out of 10. And now we have the P90 Vent Rush, which I feel like has the wrong name because it doesn't really remind me of like rushing vents. It kind of reminds me of like magma and lava just all mixed together. And like, don't get me wrong, I definitely think this is a really cool, unique P90, but I feel like the name is a little clickbait, but I'll still give it a 6 out of 10. Next up, we have the SG553 Dragon Tech. Overall, I think this is a really great looking green skin, and if you have a pair of green gloves, this would be perfect for your inventory. And on top of that too, it also has a green scope, so the attention to detail is definitely top tier. But yeah, I mean, overall, this is an awesome green skin with some top tier artwork, so 7 out of 10. Now we have the R8 Revolver Crazy 8, which is probably going to be the least popular skin in this entire case, mainly because it's an R8 Revolver, but with Pandora's boxes, this looks incredible. It's a really clean skin with that nice purple on the tip, which definitely adds to it. And of course, when you reload, there's actually a really sick Easter egg. But because it's an R8, we're going to give it a 6 out of 10. Now we have the dual Beretta FLORA CARNIVORAs. Don't get me wrong, these have an incredible design, and with the Pandora's boxes, they are perfect because you have that purple on the bottom on the handles, and then of course you have the green plants that are all connected. Yeah, the artist who made these did a fantastic job, so we're going to give these an 8 out of 10. Now we have the P250 Visions, which is one of the most surreal skins in the entire case because you have all those different colors. You have like a little bit of yellow, orange, red, blue, pink, green, everything. But in my opinion, though, it's a little too much. And I feel like the skin kind of suffers from just being way too vibrant and there's just way too much going on. But I think it still looks kind of cool. It looks unique. And I'll give it a 5 out of 10. For all you weebs out there, now we have the sawed-off Kiss Love, which is literally the successor to the Akihabara, except, I mean, you literally have some questionable artwork on both sides. But it's pink. It's flashy, and when you whip this out, you're going to be absolutely flexing on all the haters. Very nice. Let's give it a 7 out of 10. And now we have arguably one of the coolest new skins in the entire case, the AK-47 Ice Cold, which has a overall very simple design. And then of course you have that lime green, which transitions into more teal blue. And just the combination of those two colors looks so nice. And it's really refreshing to see. So I think this skin definitely deserves a 10 out of 10. It's awesome. And if you're super rich and you really want to help take this skin to the next level, you can always slap 4 Titan Hollows on it. And now we have the USPS PRINTSTREAM, which is actually the most popular covert in this case, and for good reason, because the PRINTSTREAM in every iteration always looks amazing. I mean, it reminds me a lot of the USPS whiteout, but it's pearlescent, and when you run around, you can actually start to notice the colors change, which definitely brings it up a tier. So because of the legendary status of the PRINTSTREAM, we're going to give this one a 9 out of 10. Very nice. And of course, the last skin in this case is the Awp CHROMATIC ABERRATION, which obviously doesn't look terrible, but for a covert op, it's a little underwhelming in my opinion, because there are so many other skins that they could have picked. Like, they could have picked something new, something fresh, something that they haven't done before, but they decided to go with something that was on the Galil before. And I mean, it does look nice and everything. I feel like this is probably the best pink op in the game, but like, it's not pearlescent. It doesn't really have anything unique about it. I could honestly see this being a pink tier skin and not a red, but it is what it is. So if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to drop a like, subscribe with the bell icon rung, and also make sure to let me know in the comments down below, what do you guys think about these new skins in game? Do you like them? Do you hate them? Like, what are your thoughts? Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. See you guys in the next video. It's Turbo, and I'm out. Peace.